I am, live on YouTube and Facebook. So let's see how this goes and if I can multitask after 2 weeks away. Hopefully I can. I didn't give too much notice, so hopefully a few people see that I'm on here. I did a story, I don't know, 5 minutes ago to say I was going to go live because I never know. I'm back from vacation today. We got back like late Saturday, and yesterday we were zombies because we hadn't slept. And so back to life today. Mike flew out today. So I wasn't able to do like much work or anything, but I'm back at it tomorrow. Just a little information tidbit. The class I'm teaching that starts on Thursday, one spot opened up. So if somebody wants that spot, let me know. Also, oh, hi. I will send out all the information for that tomorrow. I just couldn't get it together enough today. I guess I could be doing it right now, but I have a really hard time typing and doing that type of stuff. So I have to do it in the morning. Like by nighttime, I can't use this hand at all. So tomorrow morning is when all the information and the Zoom link will be sent out. And also my guides tomorrow morning will choose who participates in the group next week. So hello, Cindy and Sherry and Dashutka, I think. And hello, what's it called? YouTube. My first time listening to you live. Oh, so cool. Hello. But yeah, so if you are interested in the class that starts, I know it's like super last minute. It starts on Thursday. It's a 3-week class each Thursday. Yeah, one person had to drop out. So message me, that's what I was going to say, message me on Facebook if you want that spot. So yeah, I was gone for 2 weeks. And I didn't really, I was going to go live and all this sort of stuff, but we were just relaxing, We haven't had a chance to just relax and be together since the stroke, which was 2 years ago. And so we really relaxed. And then the second week that we were there, I completely lost my voice. It's still working on coming back because I am super allergic to cigarette smoke and smog, which were both there in plentiful amounts. So yeah, so I really did take a break. And of course, 3 days after the vacation started, my second appearance on Next Level Soul came out. And so I got literally hundreds of emails and messages and stuff like that. And I tried my hardest to respond to the messages. I have a really hard time with email because I have a really hard time typing. And I can't do talk to text with email. So I have not responded to any of the emails for reading requests at all. You have to just message me, or not message me, watch my Facebook page. So yeah, so that's my little update. Hello from the Philippines. Ooh, from Shoe Swap. Yeah, I look glowing because I'm super tanned because I was just in Mexico for 2 weeks. Your podcast was epic. I watched it several times. Oh, I'm so glad. Thanks, Tammy. How are you doing? I am doing well. Yeah, it was, I don't know. It was difficult to leave my comfort zone when you have a severe brain injury. At least for me, I'm not very adaptable anymore. I like my routine. I like my quiet. I like my bed. I just like routine, my same routine all the time. But I did settle in pretty good the second week and started sleeping. I didn't really sleep the first week, but it was really good. And we needed it. We needed that time as a family to just really connect. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Sherry. Oh, you like that podcast? Yeah. And I have done other interviews lately. I don't think that they've come out, and I have more coming up. Yeah, so just lots of interviews. The other little update, because there are a lot of new people following me in the last couple of weeks, I I do private readings. I just don't do them hardly at all right now. Before the stroke, I did probably 6 to 8 a week. I worked 3 days a week. And so I would do 3 one day, 3 one day, and then 2 the next day on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Since the stroke, I can manage working 2 days a week, sometimes only one. And I can only do one thing. So like one interview or one reading or one group. And the reality is, I love doing private readings. And this is going to sound bad, but you know what? I'm human and I share everything because why not? I make much, much less money doing readings than I do a group. And also, if I can only work one day a week, or 2 days a week, that's 4 or 8 private readings I could do a month. Whereas if I do 4 groups, like of 11, that's like 44 people that get somewhat of a reading. So yeah, that is why I don't do that many private readings. The other thing I want to mention again, because I haven't been live really much since the last podcast, I will never, and let me stress, never, never, never message you and say, I have a reading prepared for you and ask for money. I will never do that, but there are dozens and dozens of accounts pretending to be me that will. So I will never send you a message with a whole bunch of emojis that says, I'm connected to you and I've prepared a reading for you. That's not how it is. I never do readings through Messenger, only video chat. If you cannot see my face talking, it is not me. It is not a message from me. I wasn't drawn to you and felt I needed to provide a reading. Never. Those are all scam accounts, and they're really good scam accounts. They do look like me, but they are not me. I've not been hacked. It's just fake accounts. So do not give anybody money. Do not accept a reading from anyone through Messenger. Number one, I can't type hardly. I have one hand. So that would be a really hard way for me to do readings. And number two, I never do readings through Messenger because of that. I only do video chat. That is it. If you can't see my face, see me talking, it is not me. Whoops. Okay, here we go. Someone messaged me and I knew it wasn't you. You were still on holidays. Yeah, no, it was not me. How can we protect ourselves if entities are bothering us? Usually it's like loved ones or people that are attached to wherever you are. If it's bothering you, you just ask them to leave you alone. And they usually will respect that. In the beginning, Spirit used to like hound me because I didn't have boundaries. So I set those boundaries and they respect them very well. Doesn't mean there's not the occasional like bump in the night or somebody that's really like their energy is just so strong that I feel it no matter what. But you just ask them to leave you alone. When you were on the other side, did it feel more real? Most people with NdEs or out of body experience mentioned being here is like a dream. Here or there, it felt more real than anything I've ever experienced in my life. It just felt like home. Like I knew and understood everything. I felt everything. I had a firm grasp of everything I had ever done and everything I would do in this life. Hello, everybody. Any thoughts on the lunar eclipse? Is there a ceremony we should do or an intention we should set? If you feel it will benefit you or help you, yes. I don't pay a lot of attention to like moon cycles. I don't know why, I just don't. But if somebody does and they have faith that it could help them, then of course. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Catherine from Sweden. That's where I got the necklace I always wear. Hi, Annie and Karen. You look healthy. And yeah, I burnt this part of my head like 15 times. I'm a stroke and aphasia warrior too. Aw, that's so, yay you. The aphasia for me is worse right now. Again, because I was out of my routine and I am very tired. So I'm more stumbly, stuttery. My kids laugh at me because like I say the wrong words for things. Like the other day, I wanted something. I don't remember. My water, I think. And the only word I could come up with was potato. And I'm like, I want the potato. Like, I knew it wasn't a potato, but my brain just couldn't get the word. Hi, Amber, you look so healthy and tanned. Did your gifts accelerate after the stroke? Yes, 1,000,000%. I talk about that in my book a lot because it was very overwhelming. It was like I was having to relearn all of my boundaries because everything was so much more. Yes, I had a great vacation. Is everyone given a choice whether to stay on the other side or to come back for a while? No, definitely not. Like this life, we all get to choose to come back here after we die. That's our choice. But no, like if somebody's 90 and it's their time to die, it's their time to die. If somebody planned, like for me, the stroke was an exit point. I just have to pause the comments so I don't get lost. So the stroke was an exit point, not the end of my life. So for me, I got the choice. But let's just say somebody else, same age, same life, like circumstances, that's their end. That's not an exit point, and there's nothing planned after that. They don't get the choice. They just go to the other side. So no, you don't get to. Not everybody gets to choose. Usually there's a reason why a person gets to choose. A lot of people too have NdEs and don't get the choice whether to stay or go. They're just told to go back. I was just reading your book and then saw you were live. Oh, I love it. I have received so much knowledge assurance from you. I know everything is progressing according to plan and don't feel I need a reading. Oh, I love that. And that's always my goal. You don't need people like you. You just listen to like me. You just listen to your gut. If we are just starting, how can we connect with our spirit guides? I would love to get their advice regarding my health situation. Will they provide advice regarding the issue or they don't know? It totally depends if you're meant to know. If you're not meant to know and you're meant to walk it and learn from it, they won't say anything at all. In light of the season, was Jesus actually resurrected at Easter? I don't want to poo-poo in anyone's religions because that's the most hate I get is from Christians, like really mean hate. And I was a Christian most of my life, so I don't want to make people mad because it's not nice when people are really mean. When you can't think of a word, think potato is an excellent stand, right? One of the times, what did I think I called something a mermaid, and it was like, oh no, I called a dragonfly a jack-o'-lantern. And I had no idea what the word was, where it was coming from, but the dragonfly was all of a sudden a jack-o'-lantern. My kids laughed a lot. Okay, I'm gonna go to YouTube. I came over so I could not see comments over. Oh, weird. I hope you had a great vacation. I did. How can I tell how many guides I have? It's hard for a person to know, but usually it's 2 or 3. Bought the book, just began reading it. Yay! Is the concept of karma or karmic debt a real thing? No. Amber, I'm shy to ask, but can your guides please send some healing vibes to my cat, Buddy? I'm so afraid I'm going to lose her. She's everything to me. Yes, Jessica can come sit with her because Jessica loves animals. Mary, I would have to tune into you and your guides, and I don't do that in live videos. Why do you suppose only a small percentage who die and come back remember being on the other side? Why do the majority of people who die and return not remember anything? Because there are so many lessons for humans to learn, and the whole dying and coming back and remembering is only one of those lessons. And so if that wasn't planned for them to learn about in this life, it's not going to happen. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just we choose different lessons. We choose different things to go through in our lives, not your human self, but you before you come. And so for some people, that's just not part of their life plan. Now, when you are online, do try talking to you. They used to, they don't now. I'm having a hard time focusing my thoughts during meditation. Any advice? You know what? I'm the worst meditator ever, ever, ever. So I count my long showers as meditation, walks as meditation. Expand your view of what meditation is. You look amazing. I am so proud of you. Oh, thank you. Look at you all tanned. Sorry, I can't stay here. Off to Strata HU. Oh, that sounds fun. Hello, everybody. Do our guides get frustrated with us? No. Are our guides part of our own soul? No. Do the flickering lights, are flickering lights a sign from the other side? Sometimes, yes. Hello, Terry. Oh, I have to see you to tune in. Yeah. Because if I tune into you, there's right now 140 people watching me. All your ghosts, all your spirits, all your dead ones, all your guides would be in the room with me. And I don't do that when my kids are home because it makes them anxious. Please ask your guides to send healing energy to my female senior cancer cat. Cancer. What? Sorry, Karen, I'm not sure what you're asking. Do you have any information? I don't want to tune into that. I'm sorry. So many people give this eclipse so much power. Do you believe it has spiritual meaning? If you think it does, then yes. I can see your sun glow from your trip. Yes. That's a lot of people in the room. Yes, it is. Oh, your cat. Yes. Jessica could come and sit with your cat. Okay, here we go. Where was I? Last night I felt like, I think I lost my spot in YouTube comments. Last night I felt I was hit on my head face twice. Do you know what it was? Again, I would have to tune into you, which I don't do in live videos. But if it is spirit, just ask them not to do it. They're really good at that, at listening and respecting boundaries. There are not so many of us here, but we can make a difference in the world. You are an incarnated angel. God protect you. Aw, thanks. My husband has late stage dementia. How can I help him have a peaceful transition? Let him participate with the other side. People with dementia are the only people that I have seen consistently able to see and feel and hear the other side, because dementia can be a scary thing for humans. And so let him tell you about or daydream or whatever in order to participate with the other side, and start to talk to him about, it's okay, go see, think of somebody he loved who's dead. Go see so-and-so, I'm good here, I'm strong, I know I'm going to be okay. You can go and talk to so-and-so, or go fishing, or whatever it is that he's passionate about or was passionate about. You can go do that on the other side. Just talk about how it's okay for him to transition. Do our loved ones really send us signs from the other side? Yes. Do you guys have a plan for Easter this weekend? Yes, I am going to do a dinner at my house on the Monday because Grace works the weekend. I'm 2 years in on my spiritual journey and everything was going great, but lately I have no motivation to care about anything. Any advice? Yes, you're probably burnt out. So take a break, like a really good break, and don't think about it. Don't do anything to do with it, and just take a break. I do that all the time. I get burnt out and then I just have to breathe. And so you just have to allow yourself that time to breathe. Our purpose is here. Our purpose is not to continuously participate with the other side. When you feel like you are kind of shut down and not able to communicate or whatever, your soul and your guides are saying, hey, like you're getting a little too close to the sun, get grounded again. Do spiritual practices help us tune into the other side? For some people, yes. I gotta take a sip because I'm gonna choke. Okay. Is it easy for souls on the other side to connect, and what can we do to connect with them? Yes, it's easy, but it's on a need basis. They don't do it if it's going to be harmful or detrimental to the people here. And you just talk to them, because even if you can't hear them, they can hear you. Oh, that isn't good. I had someone offer me a reading last night that I believe was a scam. They had your Facebook picture. Yeah, they just continuously steal my videos and my pictures. But if you actually go on the profiles and scroll down, you can see that everything they post is shared. I don't share because I am me. I really feel like I'm being tested right now. Sorry, I gotta make this stop. In a lot of ways. Can I ask my higher self to lighten up? You can, but wouldn't you rather just learn the lessons now so they don't come back? Did you find out about aliens when you went to the other side? Well, I wasn't really there for that purpose. But I have talked to my guides about them because my husband is obsessed with aliens, and just somebody do a like or a heart or whatever, just so I don't talk without you being able to see. Okay, perfect. So my guides say 70 to 75% of aliens that we have had contact with are us from the future. So only like 25 to 30% are actual other dimensional beings. I guess it is a different dimension because it's a future dimension, but whatever, you know. Are energies still attached to antiques? Can it be bad energy? They can not be attached, but can like periodically check in where that item is if they really love it, but not negative. Hello. Hey, thanks. Can my guides help me heal my burst vertebrae? Only if it's meant to be healed. I have so many loved ones I've lost that I can suddenly feel all the time I should be gone. God saved my life 8 years ago, and now I remember it all. Aw, I love that. Not that you almost died, but I love that you can feel them. Hey, thanks for the stars. My daughter believes in manifestation, but things never come the way she imagines. So is manifestation possible? It is, but we use the word manifestation. I would tend to say it's hyperfocus, which is the opposite of manifestation. And when you do that, hyperfocus on something you want so bad, you usually get the opposite. Have you ever seen blue beings? No, I have not. Have wondered if your hearing was affected on your right side as well as the sensory. Yes. So I actually had a hearing test right before I left. So my hearing is okay if it's quiet and there's no other distraction. So I didn't lose hearing per se, but I did gain a sensory processing disorder. So if it's loud or there's more people talking or if there's background noise or if I'm tired, my ability to hear and absorb what I'm hearing is really, really bad. So I have a really hard time, and it's not my hearing, it's the fact that I can't filter out just the person I'm talking to. All of the sounds become so overwhelming and loud that I can't participate. And so I have a really hard time with like restaurants that have open kitchens that are loud. Oh, you guys are sending me stars. You're so nice. Yeah, that I do. I have a sensory processing disorder. When you do a reading, how accurate have you found your medical insights to be? Very. I don't know. For people, I know there's some on here that have had readings. Has it been accurate? Accurate, but sometimes I don't hear that it was accurate until like a year later or 18 months later because there's no sense of time or space. And so sometimes what I talk about isn't actually an issue till down the road. But yeah, do little comments if it was accurate for me or you or not. Okay. I think you made so much progress after having a stroke. Thanks for sharing your story. Aw, thanks. When I meditate, my head jerks as well as my shoulders and my left side lifts up. Is that normal? Yeah, I think so. When we are dreaming, are we going to the other side? Sometimes, but sometimes not. You, oh, YouTube says it filtered some comments. So if I didn't read your comment, retype it maybe. You are amazing. Thank you for this live. I saw a notification and immediately tuned in. Oh, thanks. I'm an empath and I read your chapter on boundaries several times. I continue to struggle so bad I just can't seem to be okay or happy when others aren't. Help. You just got to practice. It is not your job to lift the weight off of everyone around you. And it's actually detrimental to them. If you're absorbing all their negative stuff and they don't have to deal with it, it's going to come back around to them. Oh, thanks. Becky said I was accurate. I have 3 friends that have passed. How can I know if they want to contact me? They're always happy to talk to us, but they don't have unfinished business like we do. That's a myth. Once we're on the other side, everything is perfect. We understand, oh, wow, I all of a sudden got a ton of stars. Thanks, guys. So they know everything, understand everything, and they're also with us. So your higher self is on the other side. So you're still with them. They don't have to miss us or anything like that. So they don't have unfinished business. So they like when we talk to them, but it's not a need for them, if that makes sense. My dad passed 7 years ago. Can he still hear me? Yes. I think you are super trustworthy, which is helpful for us to understand the other side. There's so much noise in the spiritual community. Yes, there definitely is. And a lot of rules. Like I was Christian and now I call myself spiritual rather than religious. But all of a sudden people are starting to say in the spiritual community, you need to find your purpose. You need to delve deep. You need to do this and that and the other thing, and creating a bunch of rules in order to exist as a human. And that was the wonderful thing I loved about spirituality, is the lack of rules. Like, you just get to be human. So whatever belief you have or whatever faith you have, whatever you choose to hang on to in this life is right. So don't feel like, you look at somebody like me and, oh, I need to be that, right? I need to be able to talk to dead people and I need to be able to be a healer. And no, the way you are existing and what you're learning and what you're doing in your life in this moment is the exact thing you're supposed to be doing. You are living your purpose by breathing. That's it. You don't have to oh, I need to do this because that person's being happy doing that. So maybe that will make me happy. No, be happy that you are you're here. It's a gift to be here and it's amazing to learn as a human, and it's a hard place to be and you're still rocking it. So throw the rules out. Well, maybe not all of them. Don't murder people or anything. Hello from Georgia. Oh, so cool. Mike and I are trying to we want to be snowbirds. And we actually were looking into the southern states because I know I'm living a life in one of the southern states. And I don't know, I think it would be cool. I've been having more lucid dreams relating to the ascension recently. All good things. Oh, yay. Yay, I nailed your reading. Woohoo. How do we get a reading? I post all of them on my Facebook page. Yay, Joyce says I was accurate. Are you taking clients? Kind of and kind of not. So I do groups more than I do private readings. I explain this. If you want to know, watch the replay when I'm not live anymore. But I have only done 2 private readings this year, but I have done a group a week. Yay. You guys are so nice. I had a reading. I felt like she was fishing. Oh, well, that's not good. You should message me if you think that. So when a loved one has been gone for a long time, they can still hear you. Yes. Nice, Tan. Hey, thanks. Glad you're home safe. Yay. What is the purpose of your pain after stroke? Why do you have to go through so much more struggle? Will it improve? I think the purpose is to learn still. I still am learning. I'm still human. I still um, am working on certain, I don't know, human things. And yeah, I think that's why. Thanks for the empath question. Yeah. Oh, thanks, guys. You exude sincerity and authenticity. I appreciate you. Oh, thanks. Any insights on? Oh, I already answered that. Wonderful, comforting advice. Oh, you're welcome. Do you think we have certain things we are meant to learn in our lives, or is it all free will? Both. We are meant to learn certain things, but with infinite free will for how we will learn it. Oh, Nancy, you're not talking about me. That you had a reading with somebody else and it wasn't accurate. I've only had two readings that I actually refunded the person because I was just like, for some reason, I just couldn't connect. Like, I don't know why. I don't know what the purpose was. I know it must have had to do with their journey and what was going on. But yeah, two people. I've been doing it since 2016. And I refunded them because, it's not fair for them to have to pay when I couldn't connect to their energy. I never had a reading from you. Sorry. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. My face was red. Do you read yourself? Kind of, I guess, but not really. I don't know. I think I don't have a choice, maybe, but I don't actively try. Sorry, I'm gonna go. I've been on doing Facebook comments for a long time, so I'll just go to YouTube for a minute. I felt you were how to support someone with schizophrenia. Boundaries, but empathy. So boundaries for yourself, because normally when you love someone with a severe mental illness, you become like a caregiver of their energy, and that can be really, really exhausting. So take care of yourself first, and then be there for that person with empathy. The recent podcast you did was outstanding, and by the way, you look terrific. Thanks. Thank Jessica in advance for agreeing to visit my cat. Aw. I have some people that I am wondering if I will ever hear from them. I have not felt or haven't seen them like I have had a visit. Yeah. And sometimes we don't. Sometimes when a loved one's on the other side, they're on the other side and they're not meant to connect with us until we get there. Your gift also has an energetic healing effect for people through the vibration of your voice. This is a great gift for the world. Aw, thanks. It's so funny. And I talk about this all the time. I've said it in live videos, but I was bullied very bad for my voice. It was this low and deep when I was like 3, like when I could talk. And so I sounded like an old woman. And kids were cruel and they made such fun. I actually tried to raise the tone so it was higher, so I sounded more like a girl. The boys would make fun of me saying I went through puberty before them and stuff like that. And now it's one of the biggest compliments I get as an adult doing live videos and meditations and stuff, is that my voice, people listen to me to fall asleep because they think my voice is calming. Watch you on Next Level Soul. Excellent episode. Are you able to see me having a Kundalini awakening? That is something I would tune into in a reading. I love when my crown chakra lights up with energy from my spirit team along with my arms and love that. I believe I am responsible for my reality. You are in my reality. Therefore, I have some responsibility to you. How can I help? I don't think I need help right now. I'm kind of just coasting along. I lost my uncle in 2001 from mental health problems, depression. I lost a high school classmate 2 years ago from depression and alcohol and mental health. Yeah, it's a what's it called? Epidemic? Yeah. it's hard being human right now, for sure. Great job at the fashion show for International Women's Day. That's such a fun. Oh my gosh, that was so. I was more nervous going on the runway than I've ever been in my life. Like when I do live events, my guides are with me, so it's not me. But the fashion show, oh my! And I was in heels, which I haven't worn since the stroke. And my daughter, the person who walked me up, was my daughter. And because I knew taking the step up, I have a hard time with depth perception now. So she like held her hand so I could step up. But I think I walked so fast and I was so like my face was beet red. Okay, but thank you. How maybe she meant she had a reading with someone else who was fishing, not you. Yes, that is what she meant. When I had my reading with you, I was too shy to ask a question. You ended up answering without me asking. Oh, I love that. That's the best. Why am I still scared to die? Because it's a lesson some people have to learn. We all have to learn it in a life, like the lesson of being scared to die. And I think you have chosen this life. Any advice on raising empathic but balanced children? Yes, boundaries. And selenite. Put the selenite in every corner of their room. My kids have these like on their dresser because it can help cleanse the energy in their room that they pick up through the day. But boundaries. Free parenting, like the never say no, does not work for spiritually gifted children. The medical info you mentioned when I asked about it in a recent class was accurate, as was something you mentioned about one of my kids that I didn't even ask about. Woohoo! What are your thoughts on receiving a Reiki energy cleansing? Good, as long as the person doing it has really good and balanced energy and cleanses their energy before they touch you. Love your hair color, by the way. Oh, so in Mexico, I don't like to swim in the ocean. I swam once with everyone on the last day, but I don't like swimming in the ocean. So I was in the pool constantly and my hair was so brassy. I was very happy that I had planned a hair appointment today. So it's freshly dyed today to get rid of the brassiness. Can my deceased husband and son hear me when I speak to them? Yes, they can. The reason for my question is, if you read yourself, wondering how you feel knowing what is ahead. I am sure you see probably good and bad. I do, and it's not all that it's cut up to be. No, what's that phrase? Cracked up to be? Potato? Yeah, it's not fun sometimes. But I made a silly mistake of messaging you on Facebook, not even thinking that message would be inundated and impossible for you to respond to. Also, I live in Nanaimo and I have met you somewhere. I think I had my mom out somewhere, and this could be way before the pandemic. And I remember you said something really kind and just so understanding. Oh, well, yay me. How do we make an appointment with you? Is that possible? I post everything on my Facebook page. Do you have any advice on how I can better hear names from those who passed during a mediumship reading? I'm horrible. No, because I am also horrible. I can tell you what the person looked like, what they died from, how tall, short, fair, color of the hair, medical issues, family connection. Cannot get names. I don't know why, but I also can't remember the names of living people. What does it mean for the person being read when a medium psychic cannot read them? There's different reasons. One person, I knew there was nothing I could do to force them to have faith, because they came to the reading essentially to trick me or make me prove to them that I am real. And I wanted to so bad. It was so frustrating because my human ego comes up and is like, oh, well, I'll freaking tell you since you don't believe in me. But my guides were like, no, like you can't do it. It won't be helpful for them. And it will be detrimental. They need to come to faith, whatever that means to them, on their own. And they didn't let me say anything. And that was frustrating. And then there was one other person, for some reason, and I still don't totally know why, she just was like a brick wall of energy, and I couldn't get through it, and I don't know why. So there's tons and tons of reading. If ever it will do more harm than good, you probably won't be able to read them. Oh, thanks, Michelle. Do you go to church? Not anymore. They gave me the old heave-ho. Because I talk to dead people. Does your family get annoyed if you share unsolicited info from your guides trying to tell them something? I don't do it, so no, they don't. I got the boundaries. I want a reading with you. Love your energy. Oh, thank you. It is sure depressing to learn that we might not be destined to heal. Sometimes our afflictions are so painful and dragged out that it's an extremely painful existence. Yes, so maybe we can't heal, but we can conquer the pain or learn to deal with it in a different way. So for me, I will have chronic pain for the rest of my life. The joints on the right side of my body aren't being held in properly by muscles and tendons because they're all lax. I can't show you, but like I can't flex this arm at all. This one I can. This one there's no, even if I really, it doesn't flex. And that's all the way through my entire right side. And so I'm always in pain. And I don't take painkillers. I do at nighttime sometimes take Tylenol if it's really bad. But I have started to train myself and my brain and my body to think of it differently. I don't sit there thinking, oh, this hurts. So unless I'm having a bad mental health day, which happens sometimes. But if I'm not having a bad mental health day, I'm like, okay, yes, like this hurts. I don't sit there going, oh, my life is so horrible. I try to think, and this sounds weird, but I try to think it's numb, not pain. And I try to convince my brain that that is not pain, it's numbness, or that is not pain, it's lessons, whatever you want to phrase it as. And I live a lot differently than a lot of people with chronic pain. The doctors just kept trying to throw pain pills at me that are super addictive. And then I can't do my work because I'm under the influence. And so, yeah, I try to think of the pain as a lesson that I chose. And I now choose to not let it destroy my life. And that doesn't mean that I don't have horrible days where I'm in pain and I think F the world, F everything, and I want to not do that. But I want to say that's maybe 20% of the time. 80% of the time, why is somebody sending angry faces? The rest of the time, I'm feeling good about it. But, when it gets hard and it gets like it's overwhelming, because that's not my only deficit. I do have a lot of deficits. I sit in that as well. And I let myself pout and I let myself feel sorry for myself and I let myself grieve the person I used to be, because grief comes in waves. And that's just part of being human. It's lessons. Do you have any suggestions on how I can increase my mediumship capabilities so I can talk to my deceased relatives and friends? If that is the purpose of you wanting to increase your gifts, it probably will be a little bit difficult. I don't know how else. If you have more questions about that, just ask. I am now having doubts that my late fiance ever loved me. Can I know? You probably don't. I think you just have to kind of think, of course, why would anybody be with you if they didn't love you? Because you're awesome. So think different. Can you talk a little about Mary, Mother of Jesus? I like religious people to be nice to me. Amber, you look so well rested after your vacation. Yes, but my voice is still not fully back. Aw, thanks, guys. Does the soul fully understand everything? Yes. You're welcome, guys. I am in pain a lot. Arthritis in my neck and shoulder, spine. It's hard. PT helps, but yes, mostly live with it. Yeah, it sucks. Like, I'm not saying it's fun to be in pain. And I am now starting to get arthritis. I had a little bit before, and I have very severe scoliosis, and that was way before the stroke. The upside of the scoliosis is my spine is curved, like kind of like an S. It goes this way and this way. So the part of my spine that was very painful is on my right side because my spine's so curved, and I can't feel my right side. So I have a lot less back pain, which is good because my back used to go out all the time. So yay. I suppose being that you're a medical healer, that it doesn't work for yourself. Yeah, no, I can get breaks from the pain if I ask my guides, but I don't do it very often. How do you grieve, or do you just feel the grief? I just feel it. Today is my 50th birthday. Happy birthday. I think this is as good as I'm going to get. This age is rough. Absolutely not. You're going to rock all the decades. You got lots of fun stuff to come. I love your tan. Thanks. I suffer from chronic pain and have been rescheduling sessions when I'm feeling exhausted. Should I be trying to push through even when I feel bad, or reschedule? I would love your opinion. If you are not going because you're so angry you're going through this, then you need to power through and go. If you're not going just because you've been maybe doing too much or tired because you have been pushing yourself, then yes, take a break. Have you picked the winners of the demonstration? What demonstration? What demonstration? I don't think I have a demonstration. Did you try shungite? They say it helps with pain. I never had a need, but I have not tried that. I love those video podcasts you did posted. Oh, thanks. Does pain only exist in this dimension? It doesn't exist on the other side. When I was told scoliosis, yes, I was told scoliosis recently too, and that I'm having those vascular stroke. Geez, this is a rough go. Oh, the class. So the group I just posted, I have not let my guides choose the people. And that's not a class. It's a psychic medium reading group, not medium, psychic. The class I'm teaching, which starts Thursday, there's one spot, one person canceled. Okay, let's see over here. Sorry, YouTube, I've been ignoring you. It's because the comments are so much small and I can't really see them. I noticed there was an earthquake last night, full moon eclipse. Do you see a big one coming during the eclipse? I don't think so. I have to give myself boundaries when it comes to social media. I did not grow up with social media, so it's easy to take a break from it. It can be very addictive to be on social media if that's a true thing. Yes, 100% it is. Is it possible to fully activate my psychic abilities, or do you have to be gifted? I'm in my 40s. Your speech got way better, by the way. Thanks, Amber. It's always possible to do whatever you want. I wonder if names are hard since our souls reincarnate and therefore our souls have had so many names. That could be it, or I could just suck. Do you do pet readings? I do. Amber, how often do you open for personal readings? Not often at all. I've done 2 this year. I do more groups than private readings. Do you speak French? I do not. My husband had a stroke and can't communicate. That is hard on both of us. Yeah, I couldn't communicate either. I had 2 words, the F word and my sister's name, and I had to learn everything else. I also had no, what's it called? Tone, like I was monotone. I had no inflection. I think part of dealing with my illness is accepting that I chose this to learn. I don't like it, but it keeps the self-pity and anger at bay. I know there's a reason for it. Yes. Don't call it my illness, my pain, my cancer, never mind. You don't want to own it because it'll never go away. Oh, that's so cool, Annie. Pain is, yeah, I was offered back surgery when I was young, and I turned it down because I was a horseback rider, and then I wouldn't have been able to ride anymore. The information you gave me about your stroke and the pain on your right side, I have shared with my husband's caregiver, nurse, doctor, OT, and psychotherapist. It has given them a new awareness. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, it was very frustrating not being able to communicate. Have you tried low dose naltrexone? I don't even know what that is, so I guess not. Did you know about the other side prior to your NDE? Yes, I sure did. Amber, just wanted to know that I faced a childhood fear Friday. Thanks you. Oh, I love that. I borrowed your higher self to keep me calm for a dental procedure. Thank you. Love, Patty. Oh, I love that. Good job, Patty. You should be proud of yourself. Meant to be great for pain and safe for cheap. Nikki, something Psychic Medium talks a lot about LDN. Oh, I'll have to see what it is. Can something be good or bad in reality? In human world, yes. On the other side, no. Hello. I told you from your next level soul that we had such similar stories. Also, scoliosis is an S, so I look like I'm straight. Do you also have tall person legs? No. Chronic awful neck pain, and I don't take pain pills for it. Yeah, I like not being on pain pills, but sometimes I'm like, oh, it would be really nice to just like take a pain pill and fall asleep. What creates someone's aura? I don't know because I don't look into auras. Like I don't study them. I don't know a lot about them. How do we know when our energy is from spirit or just anxiety from being human? Thank you. I talked about that in the class this Thursday. You have to find out where it sits in your body. For me, I feel anxiety kind of in my belly. I feel spirit in my chest. I think I'm getting tired because I'm starting to have a hard time reading. So I probably should go and not tire myself. But for the people who start the class on Thursday, I will send out the Zoom link and the curriculum tomorrow. I always send it out like 1 or 2 days before the class starts because us as humans like to hyper-focus and get stressed out and anxious. So I never send it out too early. And then tomorrow morning as well, I will let my guides choose the people for the group. I might do it tonight. We'll see. But take care. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for following. And I hope I answered some of your questions tonight. And I send all of the amazing energy with you tonight. Bye.